It seems that the new issue of Absolute Green Lantern took some inspiration from an anime, a very well-known anime. Yo, what are we waiting on? Absolute Green Lantern #3. Roll that intro, cuss. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Smack the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media Channel and another episode of Comic Book Declassified. Now, you might want to stick around to the end of this video because I will have links to some other issues of Absolute Green Lantern if you want to check those out. But today, Absolute Green Lantern #3 picks up where issue 2 left off. But you see this darkness that is talking to John Stewart. And it says, John Stewart, you must have knowledge to command the flame. You must be without fear, entirely without. And John says, I know. So John is talking to Todd, and John was holding on to this gold ring, or we was led to think that it's a gold ring. It says, listen, it's a gold ring, Todd, or rather electroplated tin, likely no real gold in it. And I think it used to be an earring or part of one. I found it in the road yesterday. And Todd's like, you're carrying something that was on someone's ear because of whose ear it was in. So he takes this ring and he tosses it into this green wall, and it goes through. It actually goes through. Now, what's funny about this is that they are inside this green spear. And no one from the outside of this spear can see exactly what's going on, because you see this civilian van going towards that area, but bust out a U-turn because it couldn't really see what exactly is in front of them. So from that point, you go to the current timeline right now where Joe and Hal is actually having a conversation. And Hal is saying, I told you the Black Hand is hungry for the light, angry with it both. Can you turn it off? And Joe's like, I don't know. And Hal goes on to say, that's fair, I guess. I don't know how to turn mine off either. And from that point, he attacks Joe without warning. But Joe surrounds herself in this green aura that's protecting her from the Black Hand. And she says, Hal, stop. It wants to kill me like it killed everyone here. You've got to control it. Control. From that, without any type of warning whatsoever, a manifestation of a fist one-shots Hal, pretty much subdues him.
Teach a man how to squabble.
And she says, get it under control, Hal. Get all your crap under control, or I swear to God, I will do it for you. And he says, how are you controlling it? And Joe herself is confused. But we go back to the past here where John go see Joe, and Joe is dealing with the losses that she experienced, whatever happened in issue 2. But he says, there's something I want your eyes on, Joe. And Hal brings a Blue Devil, basically, and it's all gold Funzo figure, which is the play off of Funko Pops. He says, so as requested, it's all yours. And he's like, I was hoping for a plastic sword or something like that, but this would definitely do, Hal, if you just pass it here. And Joe says, Hal, do you know what this is about? He says, no idea. He just turned up at my house and asked me to find him a toy. She was like, a toy? Whatever cheap junk I had on hand, essentially. But it had to look like it was made of gold. So he tosses it through that wall again, and it creates another hole, and it actually goes through. So this is what I mean about it's taking a bite off a well-known anime. So Joe says, this alien force field that totaled a speeding motorcycle right in front of us, it doesn't work on plastic. And Hal says cheap plastic. And he says, we need to stop applying the rules we know to the unknown. Ever hear of the Philosopher's Stone? You're like, what? The central symbol of alchemy. The substance that turns base metal into gold. It can also heal wounds, prolong life, create a homunculus. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're an anime fan, like full well, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, man, one of the greatest animes they ever created. And if you never watched anime a day in your life, that is a great gateway anime for you to actually go out. And he goes on to say, light, an ever-burning lamp. It's a symbol. It stands for enlightenment. What is the base becomes gold through knowledge. So yes, Joe, cheap plastic can breach the barrier if it takes the form of gold. I think that's the clue. He said, well, what about actual gold? He like way ahead of you. And he was like, listen, my grandmother's ring, he tosses it through this barrier and it creates a hole this time. And Joe says, how long was that? 2 seconds? 3? If the hole was bigger, someone could get out. How much gold do we have? He says, if we ask everyone in town, probably enough, especially if someone got a backyard furnace. But I don't think that's the intended goal. I don't think that's the lesson we're being. And from that point, Sir shows up. He says, John Stewart, judgment is in progress. And you see this man gets phased out. But what's strange about that is, it's almost like he knew it was coming, because he looks at Hal and Joe and smiles before he disappears. And he says, John Stewart has been judged. And Ty comes out ready to shoot Sir, but he actually disappears. He said, listen, it wouldn't let him, he wouldn't let him, John. It wouldn't let him go. And Hal says, we should have been more careful. He should have been. All that talk about clues and lessons. He like, that was John, wasn't it? Treating everything like some philosophical game. The man of knowledge. But there's no knowledge to learn, no big enlightenment. We are prisoners. That's all. Trapped in hell, tortured by an alien god. And it is never going to end unless somebody ends it. So now at this point, you see Hal basically at his home painting all the bullets gold so he can take out Sir, the original Green Lantern, the alien Green Lantern. So that is where this story actually ends, man. Al Ewing is doing a phenomenal job with Absolute Green Lantern. I cannot wait on what happened into the next issue of Absolute Green Lantern. And we don't have to wait that much longer, man, because in a few days, Absolute Green Lantern will be released, man. So yes, at the end of this video, yes, there will be some links in the description below, and also links at the end of this video to let you know, hey, if you never read Absolute Green Lantern, now is a good time to watch, to read it, because it's not too far gone. It's not issue 46. Like, you don't have to read like 46 issues of Absolute Green Lantern. I was like, so this is definitely still brand spanking new. Now, if you're stuck around to the end of this video, obviously you like this content. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And when you hit that notification bell, make sure it says all. That way you get notified on all of our content, whether it's live, recorded, day or not. You will be notified, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have an awesome day in comic book land. Until next time, y'all. Peace.